Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you some quick and easy keto dinners. Okay, first we're going to make buttered chicken. You need 2 bags of frozen broccoli and go ahead and put those in the microwave for 5 minutes. Garlic, garam masala, a big can of crushed tomatoes, 1 stick of butter, and I'm going to make almost all of this chicken. So first put the broccoli in and start cutting the chicken.
Can I do it too? Can I have to make it too? Mommy, can I make you make it too?
Okay, in my pan I've got a stick of butter. I'm going to let that start melting while I cut up my chicken. Okay, so I've got my chicken cooking in here. I ended up doing 4 chicken breasts. I'm cooking this with butter, which is 0 carbs, and I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of garlic in there. But something I like to do when I'm doing a recipe is write the carbs down. So 1 teaspoon has 1 carb, so a tablespoon is 3 carbs. That way you can figure out how many you have in your whole meal. I am going to cook that for a little bit longer, and then I will add the garam masala and the crushed tomatoes. Okay, so this is the dish you would usually serve with naan bread, but we obviously can't have that, so I'm going to make a cheesy bread. This would also be great to serve if you're having something Italian, so let's make that real quick. Okay, so my chicken is just about cooked through. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of my seasoning, which is the garam masala. This is delicious. One of my favorite things to make. Keto or not keto, honestly, it's one of my favorite meals. So now we're going to mix this all together and then get ready to add in our crushed tomatoes. And lastly, we'll add the broccoli. Now just stir all this together and let it cook for a few minutes. We've got the bread in the oven right now. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. Sorry, I got a baby. Normally I would add heavy cream, but my husband drank it all in his coffee, which is not a problem. But I added 1/4 cup of milk. You would normally add heavy cream. And now I'm going to add the 2 bags of broccoli. If you're trying to be super low carb, you could not use the broccoli, but it's a good carb and it tastes good. So we're going to mix all this together, and when our bread is about 3 minutes away, I'm going to put this under the broiler for a few minutes, and guys, this is going to be amazing. Okay, so this is the bread, guys. This looks amazing. I cannot wait to try this. And we've got our meat in here, and it's just under the broil too to get a little char on the top. This is gonna be delicious. Okay, so here it is. I forgot, I added 2 ounces of cream cheese to this too while I was cooking on the stove before I put it under the broiler. There is 55 carbs in this whole pan. So I'm going to separate this into 8 servings, and that's just under 6 carbs per meal, which is pretty good. If you wanted less, you could take out the broccoli, and that would be 16 carbs left out of the whole total. But I think this looks pretty delicious, and I'm very excited about it. So here's all the carbs that are in it in case you wanted to know. Yep, there we are. There's meal number 1. Okay, tonight's keto dinner is going to be chicken Alfredo served over spaghetti squash, or you could just have it with the chicken and broccoli. So my son is cutting up my chicken for me, and you're going to cook that in a skillet or a pot. And then I have a spaghetti squash here. My oven is set to 375, and you're just going to scrape this part out, lay it face down on a sprayed pan, and bake it. I leave a sticker on there. It doesn't even matter. 375 for about 40 minutes. Okay, so we've got broccoli. I cooked a 12-ounce bag of broccoli just in the microwave for 5 minutes. Now we're going to heat up our chicken, and I'm going to put a tablespoon of garlic and a tablespoon of butter and some Italian seasoning and just let this cook off. Today I'm listening to Legacy of Mercy, just in case if you want to know. Okay, so I've got this chicken is cooked. I'm going to remove it onto a plate, and I ended up doing about 4 pounds of chicken. So we can have some leftovers. We're a family of 9, 3 adults and 6 children. And so I'm going to do 14 ounces of broccoli, so 2 bags. You just cook them in the microwave. So remove this chicken, and then we'll come back and make the sauce. Okay, so I've got the chicken stock just left over from our cooked chicken in there. If there's a ton, you want to remove some of it, but this isn't that much. I'm just going to leave this in here. I'm going to add a lot of garlic, about 2 tablespoons of garlic, 2 ounces of cream cheese. We're going to start with half a stick of butter, and then we'll go from there. 8 ounces of Parmesan. You can grate this yourself if you want. And then 2 cups of mozzarella and 16 ounces of heavy whipping cream. I'm making a double batch. So you could do half of this if you want, and then you'll do salt and pepper to taste, and we're just going to continue to stir this as we cook it. Okay, so this is what we got so far, and just a little bit of Italian seasoning. And we're just going to mix this together. Oh, it's already getting creamy and delicious. So you'll cook this until the butter melts and all the cheese is combined, and then we are going to taste it and see if we want to add any more salt or pepper. And then it'll be ready to add to our chicken and broccoli. Guys, this is so good. I just added a little more pepper. There is no need for salt with all that cheese. So now I'm just going to combine the broccoli and the chicken in there. I've got noodles for the kids, and my spaghetti squash is almost done in the oven. Lorelai, can you hold this camera? So after the spaghetti squash is cooked and it's soft on the inside, you're just going to take something, now this is hot, that's why I have the tongs, and you just scratch it out with a fork. Super simple, super delicious, and it's a great alternative to spaghetti. And here is our final product. Guys, this was amazing. That sauce is so good. Okay, this is one of my absolute favorite recipes. It's called chipotle pork. You can serve it on burrito shells. I'm going to use some low carb tortilla shells. You could use buns for sandwiches. It is a people pleaser, a crowd pleaser, and delicious. So here we go. Okay, so I've got 2 onions just chopped up and put in the bottom, and that's just to keep the meat off of the bottom of the pan and also to give it some flavor. And then I've got a pork butt. You can use any size that you want. There's a lot of us and we like leftovers, so I got a bigger one. This is actually usually a good priced meat. So you're just going to place this on top of the onions. Okay, so now that I got it in there, I'm just going to put some garlic on top. a whole jar of chipotle peppers. Okay, so I've got onion, meat, garlic, chipotle peppers. Now you're going to use a can of diet root beer or Dr. Pepper. If you're not on a diet, you can, if you're not on a diet, you don't need to use Diet Pop, but I am watching our calories, doing low carb. Then I'm going to put 5 packets of sweetener. If you're not on a diet, use brown sugar and some salt. You're going to cook this, turn it on a high heat, or medium high heat until this warms up. And then you're going to put it, I'm going to put it right here in the middle of minimum and max, maybe a little below, and simmer this for like 5 hours. Guys, this will fall off the bone. I'll show you. It is amazing. Let me know if you try this one. This is delicious. You will love it. Alright guys, this is it. It just falls apart. Look at that. Let me see if I can find the bone in here. The meat is just clear off of there. Look at that. I'll give that to the dogs. But this is delicious. You will love this. Try this one if you're going to try any of these. I don't know. The Alfredo is amazing too. You want that bone? There's Phoebe. She's pregnant. Aren't you? You got her babies. Well, that's it for today's video. If you try any of these recipes, let me know. Also, if you have any other good low carb, low calorie recipes, let me know. I made the kids cookies. Brown butter butterscotch was a terrible idea if you're on a diet. I don't know why I do this to myself. I ate one. It was delicious. So, fail for me. Pick your battles, right? Choose your battles. Well, just remember, you can do a diet. You will. I always, when I'm running, I say I can, I will, and I am. I can do a diet. I will do it. And I am doing it. Even if you cheat, you are doing it. But remember to always love God and love people. You guys have a great one.